Yes, you know what it is. Hip Hop Mike live on Station Head with a special guest who is fresh off of a fight. Now, there's a lot of belts in front of us. He's a boxer, I guess, of sorts. I don't know what weight class. I don't know much about boxing, but Justin Big Time Biggs is in the building.
Let's go, let's go.
What's happening, bro?
Man, nothing much, man. Just fresh off the victory.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Big
saying?
win.
And now I'm here, man. Life is good. Starting the year off right.
I mean,
Hip Hop Mike.
a lot of metal in front of us. First off, I really appreciate you guys having me down. The whole BP family was out there in Virginia.
Right.
I want to talk definitely about what led up to this fight, but how would you say, like, what's a proper title to give you? Is it champion, featherweight champion, heavyweight champion? I don't know, like I said, anything about boxing, really.
It's champion. I mean,
Does this mean three-time champion? I know World Boxing League.
Well, right here we have the North American, Intercontinental, and International Championship. So we're just slowly trying to conquer the world.
Okay.
This is right here. This is So call me champion, Big Time Biggs, Lord Big Time. I don't know. How makes you feel comfortable?
I mean, listen, I can call you all those things, man. I definitely got comfortable calling you the champ, though, down in Virginia.
Right.
And something that $8 told me about. I mean, you guys also honored Zab Judah down there
Yes.
in Virginia at Tice's Corner. And I mean, I hear that your relationship goes way back. That you're actually kind of born into this.
Yeah. I have actually my sister's boxes. My younger brother's a fighter. They fight on February 7th, and I have an older brother. He's a fighter as well. So, my dad taught us, and he'd be around, Zab and Yoel Zab's father, at the time when Zab was like on billboards. And everything. He was nice enough to just have us around, man. So, that kind of culture just, rubbed off on me. So I was like, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a fighter. I'm gonna be a champion.
So you really grew up in the gym.
Yeah. Like, really, it's like there's like interviews, like newspaper things of me, like pictures with me inside of the ring on the news. Like I'm 3 years old and just, got boxing gloves on. So
Was boxing something that you felt was like your calling, or was that something that maybe your dad kind of started pushing you into, and then you just fell in love with?
Well, man, it was something that it was kind of like mandatory.
Okay, it's like you're boxing.
But he taught me how to fight.
Okay.
But then when he would go to take my brother to the gym, I would just wait by the door, like 5 years old. And like, let me go to the gym. And I would come and, we'd go ahead and work out. And he would teach me things. But I loved to do it. And it was a way for us to bond and for, to get dad's love. My dad passed away, so I do all this, in his memory.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the loss, man.
Yeah.
I know your family, like you say, your sister boxes, your brother boxes.
Right.
You have an older brother?
Yeah. I have an older brother. He was fighting as well, man. He was like, child prodigy, man. Like Fox 5. Serious, it's crazy. Like Fox 5 would follow him to school in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they would do documentaries on him like all the time. Like he was just.
Where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Bed-Stuy.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Bed-Stuy, and then I moved around for a while. I went to Florida for a minute, but my career really started to pop off when I came back here to New York.
So what was your home gym?
My first gym ever was Bed-Stuy gym, Do or Die.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first gym ever, and then I went to Gleason's.
All right, Gleason's world famous.
Yeah. And now I'm in Gym X. Gym
Okay.
X is where all the champions are. Shout out to Harley. And all the other guys over there, man. We had a guy just went to Olympic trials. My brother's there. I'm there. So,
Wow.
That's the gym now.
Is there anything you could see yourself doing besides boxing?
Oh, man. Well, right now, I'm also a promoter. So, I throw...
It's still boxing.
It's still, but it's a different side. It's like...
I feel
It's like, if you're a rapper, it's like kind of like owning a label.
Okay.
So that's kind of like what I'm doing now, and it's very rare for fighters to be doing that, especially at this stage. But I want to do that. I love to produce music, man. Like, do that for a while, tour or something like that. Act.
All right.
And maybe be mayor. I don't know, man.
Definitely the mayor of Brooklyn
I
for
think
sure.
so, man. I think so.
In getting into boxing, growing up as a kid, did you have people that were like role models in this besides just immediate family? Like, were there boxers that you looked up to that you said you wanted to be like maybe one day?
Man, okay, so there's a combination of fighters that really, really, did it for me, and one of them was definitely Roy Jones, man. And my brother, but and also like one of the biggest, man, was just really Zab because he's the first. Like when I would go to the gym, I'm a kid, and I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. Like I'm at the gym, I want to get a bag of chips. So I'll go to Zab and I'm like, Zab, let me get $1. So he would take out a stack of money this big, and every day he would give me $1. The more I asked for, like, Zab, well, I need something to drink, he'd give me another dollar, another dollar. And I would go from being with him in the gym on Saturday, staying up late to watch him fight
Okay.
on television. So he was like the biggest. So I knew about when kids was in the school talking about Kobe Bryant and stuff. I was talking about Zab, and they were like, "You know Zab? Like you don't know Zab?" I'm like, "No, I know Zab. I was just with him yesterday. He's at my house." Like,
It was like family at that
yeah,
point.
yeah.
And growing up and getting into boxing, was it really tough to kind of be able to, meet those standards? Because I mean, for a guy like Zab, I can only imagine he probably lived at the gym 24/7. I mean, as a kid, you have to go to school, you have other things going on. Was it tough?
Was it? Repeat the question. I'm
Was
sorry.
it like tough to find the time to really make this the priority? Like, because it sounds like you were just super young in this. Like, did it take away from school at all? Did you finish school?
I finished high school. I did some college, but I had to make a decision. When I was younger, I really didn't apply. There was a lot of stuff going on at home, so I wasn't able to apply myself into when it came to boxing. Like the focus was kind of a lot of times on my brother. So I was kind of like, yo, after my brother gets on, then you're gonna come. And my dad was going everywhere out of town with my brother all the time. But it kind of came to when I got to my college years, and I was working, going to school, and boxing at the same time. So I remember I would hop in the gym, man, and beat everybody up, right? So I remember one day, my boy, man, it's Tommy Logan, we were sparring, and I got a bloody nose. And I literally never get a bloody nose. And I had my girl at the time pull up and come to the gym, and I was like pretty embarrassed. So I was like, you know what? I can't do all the things anymore. So then I just quit school and started to box full time.
Just locked in.
Yeah, I got to lock in.
So-
this can't happen to me.
What does that look like? How many days a week are you at the gym? How many hours a day? Is it like a full-time job?
Well, yeah, it is, man. My morning starts literally like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up doing strength training with my aunt.
3 a.m. is no joke.
3 a.m., man. Like snow, sleet, hail. Like it's outside. Like we're working out, and then I go running at around like 9 o'clock, do my sit-ups and stuff, and I go back to the gym at 3. The next day, I'll take off the morning workout, but I'll do 2 of the workouts, and then I'll go back to my 3-day workout, and it's like 6 days a week.
How do you mentally prepare? Because physically, I mean, I can imagine you spend a lot of time there, doing the lifting, the running, but mentally is a whole nother battle, especially in the ring. I mean, I saw firsthand in Virginia, you were definitely, getting in somebody's head about, a lot. And not for nothing, you're not one of these guys that I look at as, I mean, for lack of a better word, an asshole. You're a really nice guy. Like, I wouldn't expect you to be beating the shit out of somebody the way you had this guy drop into literally the mat over and over again down in VA.
Right.
How do you mentally get in that zone where you could kind of be a pit bull but still be such a nice guy where you're handling, promoting at this point?
Well, it's like at that moment of me fighting, you understand that I had a friend that passed away, man, a good guy, Patrick Day, and he was like one of the nicest guys that you'll ever meet. But when I'm about to fight, man, I have to understand that everyone that came out to see me, they took time out their day to come and enjoy your show. And it's going to be me or it's going to be this guy. So at the moment of me getting in there to fight him, I don't like him at all. Like, I don't like him at all. I must destroy him, or it's going to be a type of situation where everything that I have, he's going to have.
All right.
The belts. Being on hip hop mic, you know what I'm saying?
Respect.
It's gonna be down with Myers and Galliano, it's everything is gonna transfer over to that person, and even though a person is nice to you, man, this is the thing about boxing. Somebody will come, oh man, hug you after the fight, but they're gonna post up them beating you up. They're gonna post up them knocking you out. So, you got to be mean, man. It's not for everybody. You got to be vicious. And my dad told me, he was like, you got to be mean. You got to be one of the meanest fighters that people will ever seen. But me trying to intimidate somebody is not me, because I feel like I'm truly that person inside, and you're going to see it when we go ahead and fight.
How does your mom feel about all of this? I mean, it sounds like she knows what she signed up for, being with your dad, but
Yeah.
you know, like you said, you have a sister that fights,
Right.
which, I mean, for girls, it's not the average. Like, my sister's never fought anybody in her life. Is your mom ever nervous about you getting hurt?
No. My mom's always nervous about the other person. She's always like, oh, man, they're going to kill that guy. And she, like, at first, my brother was very special. So she wasn't really too sure if I was going to be that good or that great. And then it turned out that, you know, she seen me firsthand, and she was like, whoa, you're really good. And then her 100% belief I could do anything. Even if I'm like, man, I don't know about, you know, I'm not feeling well today. No, you could do it. Don't worry about it. Go out there and do it.
So you could take Tyson.
Yeah. She has the utmost belief in me. I'm Superman to her. Like,
how did you link up with A-Dollar?
Man,
and BPE, like, what does BPE mean to you, and how did that come together?
Man, the BPE situation came through Yoel Judah. My father knew Aaron, like A-Dollar. A-Dollar and BP is a staple in, like, Brooklyn.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The Sugar Hill and everything like that. So my dad was, I was partying at the club. Shout out to Sugar Hill on DeKalb Avenue. They're partying at Sugar Hill for years. Like, this place has been open for 40 years. So my dad would come home, oh, man, it was so crazy. We saw Mike Tyson there. We saw this person, that person. So, you know, we were looking for some people to link up with. He heard about me, came to my fight. He saw me fight. He was impressed. And he was like, yo, let's, you know, go into business together. It wasn't usually people see something and they go, okay, let me control this situation.
Yeah.
How can I like, immediately profit off of this situation? But it was more like a family thing. And I met all the guys there. You know, Primo, Ether, Jarrell, everybody there, Cooley, and, you know, we just started rolling, man.
I mean, I got to be honest, A-Dollar, we didn't know each other at all. We met,
Right.
you know, maybe once or twice before he even invited me down to the fight in Virginia.
Right.
And to meet somebody that I think is that passionate, you know, because that's really what drew me to even meeting you and being
Right.
involved in any of it is, you know, a lot of people invite me to events. A lot of people tell me, you know, like, oh, let's link up. But it's, you feel the sincerity in the man, like, for sure. And
Right.
A through Z, you know, making sure we're fed, making sure you're eating good, that you're traveling safe. You know, you really feel that he cares.
Right.
And one thing that I have to say to you that he said about you is that, you know, you're a unique individual in the sense of that you can do both, that you could be a complete monster in the ring, but also, you know, somebody who's super well spoken. I gotta say, man, the guy has a lot of faith in you, and he doesn't seem like anybody who's about any bullshit at all.
Yeah, he's not, man. Like, like, he says something, he means it. He says something, he delivers. And there's few people in the world that I've ever met like that. Like, it's like you'll talk to him about something the day before, and it's like done the next day. Like, dang, eh? But that's him. And remember, he's been around, like, with Mike Tyson. Like, they were close friends. He's been around through the Mark Breland era.
Yeah, we met through Blueface and Rag 100.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, clearly he's well connected.
So seeing him around other fighters, and then for him to see the same thing in me that he saw in Mike, that he saw in Zab, is just really flattering, man. It's like, wow, like, this is crazy.
It's incredible. Have you gotten the chance to meet Mike?
I have not met Mike yet, man.
Oh, okay.
Mike,
See, I have one up on you with that one.
You met Mike? How was it?
I met Mike and I met Evander the same day.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? Okay.
Same day.
Okay, I was signed to Evander, so I got
really?
one. I was
okay.
That's how I got discovered and signed to my first professional contract.
Oh wow!
With Evander Holyfield. So I haven't met Mike, but I met Evander, and he actually saw me fighting in the Golden Gloves. I won, boom, and he picked me up and signed me, and I started to fight with him. And my first fight was on his birthday.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he was there. I got a first round knockout, and I was the only person he handpicked and signed. So
yeah, it's a great birthday gift you gave him, first round knockout.
Yeah, he was impressed, and I'm like, how can you be impressed by me? Like, I've seen you do like, you know, you beat so many great fighters. Like,
no, it's amazing. I mean, in meeting Mike, I'll tell you quick. I met him through Peter Rosenberg. They were doing a podcast together.
Nice.
And Mike, I've met him a couple times. There's times where I've met him and he's super cool and like talking a lot and all that. And then there's other days where you don't even want to shake his hand and you just want to leave him the heck alone.
Right.
And I could kind of understand, I guess, why you would get to that point. You know, you're the most established. I mean, as a fighter, I'd say he's synonymous with boxing as a name. But does it ever concern you that, you know, Mike is a dude who took a lot of hits, who made a lot of money and went through the trials and tribulations. And I think some of it, maybe broke him a little bit over the years. And it's great to see he's finding himself now. But are you ever concerned with what this industry could potentially do to you, you know, as you get older and, become a real adult? Because you take a lot of hits in this game, man.
Yeah, you do, man. Being from where I come from, wanting to do something greater, wanting to inspire, believing that it's something that God wants you to do. I have to make peace with those type of things. Every time I go into a fight, man, I think, hey, this could be, the last day. Like, it very well can be. This can be the last time I'm the same person going in and coming out. But my end goals are worth it. And that's what it kind of like I had to come to terms with. And then, also just not falling too in love with pleasing the crowd, because, sometimes you may go to a fight and not get that spectacular knockout.
Yeah.
And people will say things about you, or they say, throw this punch, but you don't see that punch. You have to understand that, listen, they may say this fight, but if I come back and get an amazing knockout the next fight, they're not even talking about that. You're only as good as your last performance. And
yeah, I say one thing. Primo definitely showed me that it's not like tennis. People talk hella shit while you're fighting. It's not like between matches you're like anybody's quiet. It's like constantly swing here, hit there. But it's dope that you're able to kind of stay in your own head and just focus on what the mission in front of you is. You mentioned, keeping your eye on the prize. Ultimately, what would be success for you? Like, what does that look like? Is it being world champion in some capacity? Is it having a certain amount of wins or knockouts? What does being a boxing champion look like?
Well, cementing myself in history, like, of course, the barbershop talk, like, man, I think Biggs could have beat, could have matched up well with Floyd Mayweather. I don't think he could have beat him. I think he could have beat, this guy and that guy. When you're in those kind of talks, that's great. That's what you want. Being the best of my era, definitely. When it comes to everybody else in my class, I was the best. And also having the finances to match that. It's no fun just having, being able to talk about stuff, but then your life is like, oh, why did I do all this?
Yeah, no, at a certain point, you obviously want to make money. I mean, have you made money yet? Do you win money when you do some of these matches, or is there a certain like caliber? Oh, so you already, because I don't know how it works. I've always just heard that the pay, I guess the pay-per-views are what really make, guys like Floyd Mayweather, for example, multi-millionaires.
Yeah, you get to certain levels to where the thing about it is like no cap. We thought that
anything,
when Mike was making hundreds of millions, that was a cap, and then Floyd made $1 billion. So you want to just continue to win, and then your money will go up, and then one day you'll be in a position where I don't have to fight anymore. I'm doing everything for just gravy on top of everything, But even more importantly than the money, because the money is very important because it's prize fighting. But it's also having a voice. It's also being able to help people that are in certain situations. Especially people that are going through mental issues and also, cultural issues. People that are preyed upon. That's what my man, at Myers and Galliardo, that's what they do. They defend people that need help.
Well, I'll say this much. I mean, I'm a little older than you, and I think I still look up to you, man. I mean, just watching, what you did down in Virginia, the way you carry yourself, you're super well-spoken. Anybody else I know with this much ice is a real asshole. And the fact that you stay humble and you continue to rack up these championships and to push forward, and not just that, but also, supporting your fam, man. Like, to have your sister, which I know you're, super inspirational too, and to see what you've done, just in the promoting and all of that. I think it's incredible, and I wish you the best, bro.
Mike, thank you so much. You know, it's not only me, man. I have a great, illustrious team down to, you know, my videographer, Peter Noel, coming all the way from California, you know, A Dollar, Yoel Judah, Zab, and, you know, all the guys in BPE, Cooley, Etho, Jarrell, Gio, you know, they just help me. And also I have to know that all the belts, everything you have can be taken away, you know, and it's the love, man, that really matters. And the love that you're showing me right now, it's crazy.
Nah, come on, bro, all day. I appreciate it. I'm just returning it. But thank you so much for coming through. Make sure y'all check for Justin Big Time Biggs. When's the next fight? Do you have a date down yet, or?
Well, we're going. I'm trying to bring it back to New York, the Garden. We're talking about that. But if not, then we're probably gonna most likely do Mexico. It'll be a cool little trip for everybody.
Very nice.
You know, but more belts, more history to be made, man.
Man, I can't wait till everybody's like, because you know the fights come up, everybody's like, yeah, I'm going to watch the fight. I'm like, yeah, I know that guy. You see, when you on that superstar status, man, I think you're getting there quick and you're doing your thing. So I appreciate you coming through today.
Mike, you'll be there with tickets, man. They'll call me like, Mike, get us in.
I appreciate it. You see that? I got all the clout. Make sure you check for my man. Do you want to let him know where to find you at?
Oh, yes. You guys can find me on Instagram at Big Time Bigs. You know, definitely follow me for everything I'm doing, the fights, the content, starting the YouTube page. Me and my man, Peter Noel, the best videographer in the world. And, you know, special thanks to everyone, A Dollar, the BP family, Sugar Hill, the greatest law firm in the, you know, entire world, Myers and Galliardo Law. And that's it. I'm out.
All right. Thank you so much for coming by Station Head. You know what it is. Hip Hop Mike. We'll be right back.